Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. So I'm on a good streak so far. We had a Paladin run that went well, a Mage run that went well. Now I'm doing Druid, the last class with whom I had less than 4 total plays. And we'll see what we can do. Starting off at 4-1, I actually lost the first game of this run. I thought the deck I made was pretty underwhelming, and I was just ready to lose and move on, but I made it up to 4, so we'll see what happens. I mentioned it around the 2-win mark, everything was gravy, so still in kind of gravy mode. I really don't like this deck. We'll just see what happens. Another Druid. Well, Eater the Druid here. I do think my Druid deck is worse than the average, so we'll just see how this goes. Opening hand so far, terrible. And okay, so easy mulligan decisions at least. I think it's a mistake to keep the Dark Iron Dwarf, hoping for it to be on turn 3. It's just super improbable that will actually happen. And actually, I'm not sure it's even worth coining out this Pint Size. We'll see. Okay, sure, I'll do it. My hope is that he plays a 3-2 for 2, and I can kill the Luka the Warrior. That is the ideal scenario. And then if he plays something else on turn 3 instead of killing this, I can play Yeti on turn 3. It's a pretty big dream. A lot of things have to go right. Alright, but so far, so good. He plays the Ooze. I could play the Acolyte here, which would use up more of my mana, and it is a good combo with Mark of Nature next turn. But we're gonna go big here. We're gonna go big. I'm gonna kill off the Ooze, and I'm hoping to play the Chillwind Yeti on turn 3, because if I can put a Mark of Nature on it on turn 4, making a 4-9 taunt, Druids just can't really deal with a 4-9 taunt very well apart from Silence. Alright, that wolf is cute and all, but we're gonna go ahead and drop the Yeti. And think, if I run into the spider, he can kill the summoner himself, so I'm just going to hit him in the face. That way he'll have to shapeshift if he wants to kill the pint-sized summoner and pop the spider. Alright, he will not be killing Mr. Pint-Size here, which is actually really good news for me. So what I'm going to do here is drop the wolf, play Mark of Nature to give my Yeti taunt. And I still don't see any reason to hit this thing, pop the spiders. It gives him more total power on the table, so I'll leave it alone. I'll pop this before using Swipe if I end up using Swipe. He's going to Starfall, which doesn't even quite kill the Yeti. He's going to have to pop the spiders to finish the deal. Alright, Ironbark Protector. Pint Size probably will not live long enough for this Ironbark to be cheated out, but you know what? Let's go for it. I'll sacrifice the wolf, keep the Pint Size on the table. We got Starfire here. That won't kill a lot of 6-drops, but if he plays a 5-drop, it might kill that. And I've also got this for a card here, which could help. I'm really hating this Ironbark. Like a Boulder Festoger would be better. I could have actually played it if this were a Boulder Festoger that turn. That would have been awesome. Well, anyway. Raging Worgen is a little bit concerning, because now he finishes off the wolf. I should have given up the Pint Size. And now I'd have to throw the Acolyte and the Pint Size away just to kill that Raging Worgen. Aha! Savage Roar. Terrible card, but it works pretty well here. So I could actually get rid of the Acolyte and get a card, but I think I'll go for the board presence here over the card. Just keep on smacking him. So I was actually like 4 damage to the face plus killing the Worgen. Not bad for a terrible card. If this Pint Size lives another turn, the Ironbark is dropping a turn early. He really should kill this thing. He, however, is not going to. Now the question is, do I play the Ironbark or do I shapeshift? No, I can't shapeshift. I could pop Divine Shield with the Acolyte, draw a card, Starfire to kill this, draw a card, or just play the Ironbark. So I'm going to pop this thing and get a card. Ah, that would have been nice to have. And then I will play the Ironbark. I'm just not going to pass on a chance to drop the Ironbark. Now all he needs is 4 more damage to kill this thing, plus the Sunwalker. So let's say he had a swipe, he could clear my board and throw the Sunwalker away. But I feel like I just had to play. You can't not play an 8-8, it seems to me. Also, I gotta consider the possibility that Swipe plus Starfire is 9 damage. He's not at 12 health. I might actually be able to kill him. He's not careful.
Squire, attend me.
Alright, that's good.
Ready, sir.
Looks like my Ironbark is actually gonna live, which means he is dead. So we're just gonna keep it simple here. I'm just gonna Iron Beak out to silence off the taunt, hit him, and they're like, actually every single card in my hand, pretty much. Every single card in my hand would have been enough to kill him. So, way overkill on that one, but that's good. We win. Wow, that was a solid win. After trashing my own deck and saying, oh, it's worse than the average Druid deck, I crushed another Druid, but I think that guy actually had a really bad deck. He had no removal. Claw would have killed my Pine Size, Wrath would have killed my Pine Size, Swipe would have killed my Pine Size. He did have a Starfall, which he had to use against my Yeti. But Silence would have dealt with the Yeti. He just didn't have any answers. All he had were minions. So since I was the one that actually had removal, and he wasn't, I won. It might not have seemed like I played that much removal, but I did play Savage Roar for removal, and I did also play the Blue Warrior for removal. Killing an Ooze on turn 2, which was very critical because that meant my Pine Size survived.
I must protect
It's a big deal, guys. Blue Warrior, I think, might still be a bit of an underrated card. It's a 2-mana removal card. And like in that game, it was pretty much the most important card that I played because it let my Pine Size live, and that let me play the Yeti on turn 3, the Ironbark on turn 7, etc. There were, apart from the turn where I actually played the Blue Warrior, there were no turns, I don't think, where I wasted the mana that the Pine Size was giving me. Anthraxy the Shaman. Alright, that's good. So, we'll play the best card I have. Save my card draw and my removal for a later day. So I'm flexible next turn. I can either Claw Shapeshift to kill a 3 toughness thing, or I can play Blue Warrior to kill a 1 toughness thing, or 2 toughness thing, or I can play Novice Engineer, just draw a card if he doesn't give me any threats. He's got a coin, so I doubt he'd play nothing. It's very, very uncommon, especially these days, for the second player to hero ability on turn 2, because with the coin you can at least do a 3-drop. Seems unlikely you wouldn't have any 1s, 2s, or 3s in your opening hand. But indeed, that is what happens, unless he's going to coin Rockbiter. Nope. Alright, he gets a little bit unlucky here that I get to enrage my Berserker. And I will play Novice Engineer. The reason I'm playing Novice Engineer is that when I attack that 1/1, this guy becomes vulnerable to Forked Lightning, and this would be the creature that I'd like to lose to Forked Lightning, not the Wolf or the Bluegill. My other option there was I could have ignored his 1/1, but I feel like that would have been a mistake. I just dropped something. I feel like that would have been a mistake. Because he could have attacked me with the 1/1 anyway, and if I killed it with Shapeshift, I wasn't playing a creature. Alright, we got lots of different options here. I think I will go for the simplest one. We're gonna... Actually, okay, this is not the simplest one, I beg your pardon. I'm just gonna use Blue Warrior to kill that, with the Wolf's help. And yeah, I did that in lieu of playing a Yeti, but it keeps his board clear, and I value the clear board more than I value getting a big creature down. Okay, oh god, don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous, Mad Bomber. Well, okay, that was ridiculous, but for once it was ridiculous in my favor. So everything hit his face, nothing hit my minions, my Novice Engineer lived. Now the Novice Engineer is ready to kill his Mad Bomber. He's got only 1 mana. If he's got Forked Lightning, he should really use it here. And okay, he's got nothing here. Poor guy. Well, my Novice Engineer is going to kill off that bomber, so I could use Claw to kill it, but I'd rather save the Claw and use the Novice Engineer for a good cause. I don't know, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have just used the Claw or the Stormwind Knight. But in any case, I now have the Claw plus Shapeshift for 3 damage if I need it. Okay, this is a continuation of my opponent's terrible luck, because now I silence the Sludge Belcher, kill it, play this guy, and swing. I could have played Pine-Sized Summoner here, actually, and try to get a turn early Ironbark Protector next turn. That probably would have been better than playing this guy. Yeah, I messed up. I was too careless there. Lightning Storm would get him back into this game, though. It'd kill 3 of my creatures. Does he have it? The answer is he doesn't. Okay. I'm going to use this coin at last to get Flame Tongue. Alright, well that's fine. So here, I think what I'll do is cash out the Owl for the Grizzly. Use the Claw
For the wilds.
to kill Ooze. I took unnecessary damage, that was a mistake. I should have just killed the Flame Tongue first. And I gotta think now, what are the odds that he has Lightning Storm that he was just slow rolling? Not that high, but I'm not gonna play this. I don't really need to in case he top decks it or was slow rolling it or whatever. I'll just got enough pressure here. Okay, anyway, that was that. Boy, that was an absolute stomping. 2 stompings in a row. Am I really looking at 6-1? After drafting a deck I didn't like and losing the first game, I'm at 6-1. Pretty remarkable day. I am in amazing luck if I actually make it to 7. That will be 3 runs in a row after like a month of not even be able to make it to 7 except for like 1 time. So yeah, that's quite the turnaround here. Very remarkable indeed. A mage. Pseudopsia.
You asked for it.
Alright, this opening hand is not good. Continues to not be good. We'll keep the Claw for early removal because I might have to do it if I don't have anything on my own to play. I'd rather have my own stuff to play, and instead I get double buffs, which seems to happen a lot. That's why I don't like playing with buffs. I think ideally I'd play with just one, and that one would be Mark of Nature. Mark of the Wild I don't like having to have. Nourish. Okay, this is a really bad opening hand. I have absolutely nothing to do. I've got like a 1, 2, 2, 3, but none of them are actually playable.
I'll show them all.
Alright, I think that's actually worth silencing. I'm not doing anything else, so I might as well silence it. And I could coin Claw, however I'm not going to. The reason is, if she wants to ping my Owl, that'll be her entire turn. If she plays anything else, I can use the Owl to kill the Scientist. And I have nothing to do next turn anyway, so I might as well just Claw next turn and save my coin. Yeah, so here I will just Novice Engineer for a card. Sunwalker, hooray, we'll Claw, kill this guy. And I am down a card. Oh, no, I'm not down a card. I'm up a card temporarily because the Novice Engineer gave me the card that I lost to the Owl getting pinged. Let's see if she pings this again or actually has a move to make. I'd actually prefer for her to ping it. Oh, she Mad Bombers. Okay, so it's likely to kill this. And it's always the third barrel. The third barrel every time. I mean, it's overwhelmingly likely that the thing will die. Don't you get me wrong. It's just that you're always like, oh, the first 2 missed. But no.
Where shall I strike?
Alright, so this will trade with both of our minions. Of course, it will also trade 1-to-1 with a Fireball or a Polymorph, which sucks, but if she does do that, it'll at least be her whole turn. Then I'll play the Bluegill Warrior, kill the Bad Bomber. And that's it, really. Kinda sucks. No, it looks like the trade is gonna happen. Alright, sweet. So at least I get some cards back. Oh, she gets greedy! She gets greedy. Wow. Don't get greedy, folks. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna beef this up. She clearly doesn't have a Polymorph, or she would have already used it. Same with Fireball. So I will kill this thing, play Bluegill Warrior to kill the Mad Bomber. Man, that Bluegill Warrior is a freaking MVP. Now, she's still ahead of card. Although I draw equal, and I've got a 4-7, which is much better than what she has. Does she have a Polymorph she wants to spend now? Even if she silences this, it goes back to being a 4-6. This, unlike the Ancient of War, does not lose its health bonus. Looks like she has a Frostbolt here, but now I can Shapeshift to kill the Crusader. No, she doesn't even have Frostbolt. Wow, remarkable. So I could put a Mark of the Wild on this, but that would be, I think, a little greedy. I could play Cult Master. You know what, whatever. Let's just keep it simple. We're going to do this. Shapeshift, kill her thing, and I will play Cult Master. So she can ping this thing to death now, but then I'll get a card off of it. She can Frostbolt the Cult Master first, but she would have used Frostbolt last turn if she had it, instead of playing the Tauren guy, and I've got 2 big things to play now. I think I'm in decent shape. She seems not to have Fireballs or Polymorphs at this point. And I got card draw with Nourish. Alright, she's going to give me a card for the Druid, who definitely did his job. with a little bit of help from Mark of Nature. Blue-Good Warrior's great if Cult Master can live. But that isn't super great. Alright, what I'm going to do here is make a little bit of a risky move. I'm going to play the Sunwalker. Simply because I think she would have used a Silencer or Polymorph on that Druid of the Claw, so I gotta just go for it here and hope she doesn't have the removal. Alright, she pings off the shield. Is she going to play Fireball on it? Leftmost card can't be Fireball because she would have used it against Druid of the Claw, and indeed it isn't. Bloodfang Raptor. Okay, no problem. And she's not going to run in to freeze my guy? I would if I were her. That would make a lot of sense. Okay, she figures it out. Black Knight. Unfortunately, the opponent has no taunts. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to Blue-Blue Warrior. Run it in to that guy. Get a card. Cult Master. Oh, interesting. But it does, no, I can't do it. I'm 1 mana shy. Well, I need to swipe this, is what I'm doing here. I will Shapeshift to kill the Freezy guy. I'm not quite ready to give up my Cult Master, so we will hit her in the face. I can't attack next turn, which is kind of sad, because it means I cannot Shapeshift to finish this thing off. But if she continues to not have any Frost Bolts or Arcane Missiles or whatever. Alright, finally she finds an answer for Cult Master, so I'm not getting a card off of the Sunwalker dying.
Lends the sun well.
But at this point I should be in really good shape. Starfire, okay. Let's play the Spiteful Smith. I could Nourish with Innervate, but I think what I'm going to do instead is just Mark of the Wild. No, wait, hang on. I can Innervate Starfire to kill something? No. Let's Mark of the Wild. Shapeshift up. So I have a 6/8 taunt. She's shown over and over not having any silences or polymorphs. It'll kill both of her things and survive her overpowered hero ability. She's got to have a really good answer. Like a Black Knight, for example, would be a pretty good answer. If she doesn't play anything with taunt for a while, I could actually be in trouble because the Black Knight would then just be an overpriced Shulwind Yeti. Alright, she'll pop Divine Shield and her hero ability to kill that, so she actually did a pretty good job of dealing with my guy. Still no taunts for me to kill. Swipe will clear her board. Is that what I want to use? Let's just Nourish. I have an Innervate after this, so I have options. Okay, not the best Nourish of all time. Oh man, I've got a decent amount of health. Let's just play the Yeti, which will trade her hero ability plus this guy, and I've got card advantage here. So I should just be able to trade 1 for 1. As soon as she plays anything with taunt, it gets Black Knighted. She'll probably play a taunt at some point. Looks like she has a Farseer here. Yep. So Starfire, I keep wishing she'd play something bigger, but she just doesn't have anything big. I have no good targets for Starfire. Oh, jeez. Alright. I'll Starfire that thing. Draw a card. The Acolyte of Pain would be a little bit greedy here. I'll just play Dark Iron Dwarf for the body. And pass the turn. She's only got 2 cards. I should not get burned out. She's only got 5 damage here. I realize I'm playing with fire to some extent. Oh god, Ysera. Well, her legendary is better than mine. It's going to be really difficult for me to kill a 4/12. Oh god. You know, I just couldn't quite burn her out here. Wolf Rider plus Savage Wars 5, 9, not enough to kill Ysera. Oh, and if she keeps getting cards, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. You know what? With Black Knight, I totally forgot this. Shoot. This is where I lost the game. Mark of the Wild can go on any minion. I could have put it on a different minion and then Black Knighted to kill it. If I had saved that, I would have won this game. So I'm losing this game, but it's going to be to my own play error. Right, well, when in doubt, just drop everything you've got. Just kill the Imp Master, Shapeshift, kill that. I've only got 7 cards in the deck. Maybe she'll give this taunt, and that will be my last hope. But I really should have saved Mark of the Wild instead of using it on the Spiteful Smith. I should have saved it because I knew I had the Black Knight. I just forgot about that combo. So then I could have saved it in case she played anything big like Ysera. Then I would have been able to kill it with Mark of the Wild Black Knight and win with card advantage. But here she actually starts getting card advantage herself.
Ready, sir.
Ho balls. She goes for the face, which is a little bit of a saving grace for me because now Savage Roar, I have an extra creature on the board to use, which is good news. All right. Oh man, I gotta play the Ironbark first of all. That's just gotta happen. Do I innervate swipe or do I just play Savage Roar? Let's go for the Savage Roar here. So this allows me to kill off the Squire and live to tell about it. And I can also kill off the 4/4. I'll hit her in the face. There's no point running into Ysera. Now I'll lose if she gets a pair of fireballs, or like if she has that 5 damage to everything but Ysera card, I can lose as well. But she's holding 2 dream cards. She has 2 regular cards. It's possible that she got dumb cards like the +5/+5, sacrifice it. Looks like at least she didn't get the return a minion to hand card, which is good. She will finally find a Frostbolt and kill the Ironbark. Okay, so she has Laughing Sister, which isn't, it's a 3/5 untargetable. It's certainly good, but it's not the most terrible thing that could have happened. Alright, Power of the Wild is not helpful. I think I might need to play this just as an overpriced show in Daddy. Let's see. So first we have to swipe Ysera. That I hope goes without saying. Then we're gonna Claw Shapeshift. Yeah, so I'm gonna use that and kill the Laughing Sister. Let's draw a card. I'm running low on cards here.
For the wild.
That, this, and I'm gonna just innervate, get this guy and get the Panther. Gotta do it. It's risky. If she's a Flame Strike or something, I'm just screwed, but I had to get it out there. So now I'm cards down, almost out of my deck. But yeah, it's my mistake. If I had saved Mark of the Wild, I had other things to do besides buff up that stupid Spiteful Smith.
Is there trouble?
She got another Laughing Sister. That's unfortunate. And I'm continuing to get pinged. So it looks like she's picking me a lot, like she's saving up for a Pyroblast or something. And I never did get anything to use the Black Knight against. It really is a shame. Alright, so we'll do this. We'll do this. Shapeshift. This. So we'll see. If she does have the Pyroblast, she wins now. She hits me down to 9 and then Pyroblasts the face. That is how I won many games with my mage. Although I didn't have Ysera, of course. I will die to fatigue pretty soon. Alright, Mad Bomber misses my guy. She does not have the Pyroblast, interestingly. But she can't just burn me out with fatigue. As long as she keeps trading minions, I can't kill her. What do I think I have like another Savage Roar or some stupid crap in here. Yeah, it's not good.
I'm almost out of cards.
I'm almost out. Yeah, there's Savage Roar. So that's 4 damage, plus 4 is 8, down to 10, 9. No, I can't kill her. But I think I gotta go for it. I honestly don't remember what my last card is. But I just gotta go for it, whatever the hell happens. One more card. Cannot deal 9 damage. Yeah, there's just no way I can win. Shoot! Well, anyway, that was educational. I actually could have made it to 7 wins if I'd played correctly. Ah, Nightmare. Well played.
Well played.
So that's what she was pinging me for. Not a Pyroblast, but a Nightmare. And a Fireball. She finally found one of those. Wow, I was winning, but Ysera won her the game. But the takeaway from this game is not that Ysera won her the game. It's that I was holding a Black Knight. I was so confident she'd eventually play something with Taunt that I used up my Mark of the Wild somewhat frivolously on a Spiteful Smith. I mean, it was good, that Spiteful Smith, but I could have definitely played like a different minion or something instead. Or killed one of her minions or something with a card, and then saved Mark of the Wild. If I'd had Mark of the Wild later, I could have put it on Ysera, then used Black Knight to kill Ysera before she got too many cards. And won. So that's too bad. So now I might actually have a 6-win run, but that would not be because of the deck, it would be because of my own misplay. Tim9991 is my first opponent. You know, I'm going to keep this hand. So I've got the early removal in case he has a fast start. I've got a 2-drop, and then in case I draw something more expensive, I can innervate it. This deck, to my chagrin, has a number of expensive things. Druid of the Claw, Spiteful Smith, Sunwalker. At least they're all good. One thing I've decided is you just cannot afford to play with mediocre 5 and 6 drops. You just can't. I used to be a real, I really used to defend the Wind Fury Harpy and the War Golem and stuff like that, but not anymore. You just cannot play mediocre stuff. It's expensive. Everything expensive you play, I think, has to be top notch. Please be a 3-2, not a 2-3. It's a 2-3. Well, that's just the worst because I don't have enough mana to claw Shapeshift. Alright, we're going to go for it here. Thankfully, the Dark Iron Dwarf is no longer a permanent ability. Basically, I invested 2 cards in one, but I can kill one of her cards with this, hopefully, so that'll catch me even. And it's better than doing nothing, which is what I was going to do otherwise. Plus, priests have a difficult time killing Dark Iron Dwarves. I mean, if this were like a... If my opponent were a Warlock and he could Soulfire or Shadow Bolt it, it'd be a different story. Alright, so here we'll kill that one, and then I'll Claw Shapeshift to kill this one. So now he needs a Holy Smite to kill this Dwarf. Otherwise, I'm not doing anything impressive like these freaking 5-mana cards. Can't build on my advantage. I can only play Pint Size and Shapeshift next turn unless I'm lucky and get a... Well, not that lucky. I guess 1, 2, 3, or 4 drop would be pretty good. He does have the Holy Smite, though, which is unfortunate. Does he have a 2-mana move? Looks like he doesn't. That's good news. Alright, I am going to think very carefully here. I think I'm going to play the Pint Size. I'm not that jazzed about it, because I don't need it next turn, but if I do get a Sunwalker, I could play it early, and this thing would cost me 2 mana, so if I get a 3-drop, I could play the Acolyte and the 3-drop, for example. I could end up just wasting this thing and playing Spiteful Smith, because priests have a devil of a time dealing with it, so that could be an option. Alright, Light Spawn. That's kind of annoying. Can I get a Silence? I can't. Well, let's think. I could play the Acolyte and Mark of Nature. Mark of Nature on the Acolyte, make it a 1/7. Then it dies to Shadowward Pain. And that would be really embarrassing. I can actually make it a 5/3. Survives most priest removal, but it dies to Shadowward Death. You know what? Let's just keep it simple. Wasting the Pine-sized Summoner, hitting him in the face, passing the turn. Priests have a hard time killing this if it doesn't die this turn because he doesn't find a damage to kill it with. I can Mark of Nature it next turn, make it a 4/10. And wrap things up that way.
What you want?
Ah, he's protecting his Light Spawn. That's unfortunate. Alright, so we'll kill this and think. Is it worth it to play the Yeti? I don't think it is. I think it's better to make this a 4/8, play the Acolyte. So I'm a little bit slipping on the card front, but I've got Nourish in case I can just hold it even. I need him to miss a turn. Just 1 turn is all I need him to do. Play something mediocre. And then we'll be good. Right now I'm threatening to hit the Light Spawn with my Spiteful Smith and then finish it off with Acolyte, drawing me a card, which would be very, very huge if I could actually pull that off. Temple Enforcer would be a very tragic thing to see. That would make this an 8/8, and he could just kind of kill my Spiteful Smith, leaving him at a 4/4, which would be pretty bad. I would actually probably lose the game then.
Let me change your
Oh my motherfucking Christ. That is, like I've said before, in my opinion, the best card in Arena. Fuck. Ah, it's so terrible. He has nothing with Taunt. God damn it. Alright, well, what I'm going to do is, oh god, this is bad. I don't know. It's just bad because he can heal up the Cabal Shadow Priest after finishing off my Spiteful Smith with it. I guess I'll kill this thing.
For the wild.
Play the Yeti. Oh man. So I lost a game that I should have won to bad play, and this one I'm losing to terrible luck. Cabal Shadow Priest is an epic. He got it in his draft, he drew it in the game, stole my Acolyte. Good thing I didn't put a Mark of Nature on it at least. Then I could have, of course, have killed it with the Black Knight. Yeah. Okay, so I gotta remember, if I get Mark of the Wild, I can use it with Black Knight to kill stuff. But anyway, looks like I'm just gonna be killing a Sludge Belcher with it. And he does have the mana with which to heal that Light Spawn. And even after the Sludge Belcher dies, it still stops him from killing Light Spawn, so he'll be able to heal this back up to full. God damn it! Alright. Does that help me? Well, I'm gonna play this. Let's just get that down on the table. hate the fact that this ooze comes out, stopping me from killing that light spawn. That's really bad. I could strategically hit the light spawn to drop it down to 2-2, so he heals it up to 4-4, so it trades instead of dying. You know what? Gotta do it. When you're behind, take risks. When you're behind, take risks. Ah, man, that game went south. Freaking Cabal Shadow Priest. Sad way to go out in the arena. That is what lost me the game. But I shouldn't have even been here. I should have already been at 7 wins because I misplayed the last game. So I can't really blame myself or blame luck too much on this one. I had my chance to get out, and I didn't take it. It really is too bad. All right, so he trades off that light spawn who was way too good. He's ahead on cards. I do have Nourish, so there's a chance here. Yeah, he just spent his entire turn killing my stuff, so there's a chance I can do it with Nourish. Let's Nourish up first. Okay. Novice Engineer is not playable here because it would just die to the Acolyte. So I'm going to Shapeshift and Claw to kill that Acolyte. So he's still up cards. He's got 6 to my soon-to-be 5. I just have to hope he doesn't have Mind Control for my Sunwalker or something silly like a frickin' Black Knight. I hope the Sunwalker sticks because it needs to for me to have a chance of coming back in this game. I'm at a life disadvantage. He's got the first play right now, and he has more cards. Well, that's a really good card. I cannot swipe it. He's going up a card now with Thought Steal. He should have done that before he played this thing. So that's good. I'll play the Sunwalker, the Novice Engineer, and I think I will actually play the Direwolf Alpha to deal an extra damage to the Spectral Knight, making it easier to kill him either with a leftover swipe if he doesn't get healed or with Shapeshift. He does have Mind Control. Are you goddamn kidding me? Jesus! Ah, god damn it. Alright, so how the fuck do we do this? Okay. I could swipe the face, pop Divine Shield, get this down to 3, swipe this thing, get it down to 2. That doesn't really work at all in the slightest.
Oh,
Alright, we'll pop it with that. Swipe that. Shapeshift to kill it. And pass the turn. He had Mind Control. And a Cabal Shadow Priest. And, you know, a good 5-drop. Well, this game I lost just to bad luck, but shouldn't have been here. So I'll just try to improve next time. Those legendaries are tricky because you don't really play with them very often, so it's easy to... Yeah, you can't heal it, ass. Oh, I forgot, you can't heal this. I'm acting like it's like a thing I knew that he didn't, but I forgot that too. It's tricky because with those legendaries, you don't get to play with them very much, so you miss out on the interactions. Power Word Shield. Oh, man. Well, Druid of the Claw just doesn't really cut it. He can just kill it, and the Sludge Belcher doesn't even die. I could have Savage Roared, Shapeshift to kill off the Spectral Knight, but he got a taunt in the way. I have to get my Owl here, I think, to have a chance.
Just me and Mr. Bite.
Owl? I got the Owl. Holy crap. Well, let's do what we can here. So we're going to silence that up. Swipe. Actually, does it make any sense to swipe this and Shapeshift to kill it? I mean, what's the big deal? Yeah.
Where shall I strike?
So Mr. Bitey bites it. He can still kill off my Druid easily enough and be way ahead on cards. It's just over. I don't have the cards that he does. He has 6 cards in his hand. Maybe if he had like 1 card in his hand, this could be an even game. But Cabal Priest, I mean, made such a big difference because it took away my Acolyte, and it gave him the card for the Acolyte instead of me. So that was like a lot of card swinginess in, and with a Chillwind Yeti attached. I'm bitter. It's hard not to be bitter when you lose to Cabal Shadow Priest, but I've won my share of games with that card, so I can't complain too much. And again, I should have won against the Mage, so I really shouldn't be complaining at all. He actually got Savage Roar. Wow, well played.
Well played.
Alright, so I think this deck was bad, still. And I think the curve was too high. I think that with amazing luck, I could have made it to 7. Well, no, because of amazing luck, I made it to 6 and 1. With proper play, I could have made it to 7, and instead I got 6, which I think is more than this deck deserved. So I'm looking forward to opening up my stats sheet, adding a mediocre performance for Druid, and then we got enough time to. Oh, she's 75 gold, terrible. We have enough time to start the next run, so let's do it. Druid 6. Sucks. What the? Oh my god, I hate my spreadsheet. Would you just upload the value? Thanks, Google. Anyway. Let's move on. We have Mage, Paladin, or Shaman. So here, Shaman I've played 5 times, so it's definitely not that. I did just play Mage not too long ago. So even though my Paladin stats are pretty high, it looks like we're doing Paladin here.
I will fight with...
Always a fun class. Only one playable card here. Blessing of Might is good, but it is no True Sliver champion, of course. I don't like Dancing Swords. Dragonlane Mechanic is a mediocre 4-drop. I'd rather have good 4-drops instead of just like okay ones. And I think I'll take the Geomancer here because it's good with Consecration if I can get that. So here, do I get greedy taking a second True Silver or take a Premier 3-drop? I think I'll take the True Silver. 2 of them is good, and I can get some other good 3s later. Archer Protector is very important for Paladins. Here, I don't like my options. I definitely don't want to take Frost Elemental. This is a mediocre 6-drop, and you can't really take those anymore. This is just a 2-1 for 1 most of the time. It's a Bluegill Warrior if I have a True Silver route, but I don't want to count on that. So I will take this Ancient Brewmaster, even though I'm not that jazzed about it. I don't like Blessing of Wisdom very much. We'll take Light's Justice here. And here, Paladins typically don't rush down, so I'll take the really excellent 1-drop over the excellent 2-drop. A Legendary. Alright, well, these are all fine. Black Knight was a bit underwhelming for my Druid, that's for sure. Do I take Loatheb just because it's cheaper and it has an extra stat point compared to the Knight? No, I think the Black Knight's got to be the move. It is such a blowout when it does hit. Do I take a Fen Creeper? I don't think so. I think I'll take Dalaran Mage, although I don't actually have Consecrations yet. I'm sure they're coming. Or at least Hammer of Wrath. Oh my god, that's bad. I'm actually going to take Ancient Watcher. All I've got to go with it is Defender of Argus, but you know what? I think the Mana Addict is just so bad, I can't stomach it. Avenge, it's alright. It's the best secret, but I'm not going to take it over just a good quality 2-drop. There's a Consecration. And Bluegill Warrior, I think, is better than the good 1-drop. So the good 1-drops are good. I like the removal. Like I said before, it's really important for Paladins. It's like their only cheap removal. I don't want to take a second Panda. That would be spiking 4 mana a bit too much, so we'll take Blessing of Wisdom as a 1-mana cycle, essentially. Here, I will take Spectral Knight. It's an excellent 5-drop. I think I can take one of those. Mad Scientist, I have no secrets. I'll take Blessing of Might because it's good for Paladins. Put it on a Recruit. We get an Epic. Interesting. So I don't like the Shade that much. I think I'd take the Ooze if I had any synergy with it. I really don't. Blessing of Might isn't that great. Getting a pair of 4/2s for 3 mana and 2 cards is a good deal, but they're still pretty fragile. I do have a combo with the Argent Protector within Blood Knight, and people might play things like Scarlet Crusader and whatever in general. So yeah, I'll take the Blood Knight. I don't want 3 True Silver Champions. We'll take another Ooze then. I will go low. I've already got pretty good 5 and 6s and a lot of 4s, so I'll take the Zombie Channel for some really fast early potential. Gotta take Silence here. Silence is important. Silver Moon Guardian goes with Blood Knight, and I definitely have had that combo trigger. The question is, do I want to take one of these things just for more early plays? What do I really have at the early level? 2 Chows, 2 Oozes. Ancient Watcher is not going to count. This doesn't really count. Bluegill Warrior, Geomancer, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got a lot of 2s. I'm going to take the Guardian to go with my Blood Knight and for more 4-drop quality. Alright, Fen Creeper is a great 5-drop. Do I take Avenge instead? I mean, I could really use one more 5-drop. So yeah, we'll take the Fen Creeper. That is, I consider, a high-quality 5-drop. Oh, this is bad. Well, now I take Mad Scientist without any secrets. A bit sad. Stormwind Champion is intriguing. I could have 4 cards that are 5 and up. Alright, we'll do it over the other Blessing of Might, but that's a risky move. Alright, well, I guess I will take 1 secret from a Mad Scientist, and we end up with an Epic. So, I like Sea Giant, but I've got enough expensive minions. I'm going to grab Lay on Hands here as an experiment. We'll see how much I regret it. Old Boris, 100% guarantee you would have taken the Sea Giant without even thinking about it. So I do like Sea Giant a lot. Obviously with Paladins it's good because Paladin's hero ability puts a recruit on the table. I've got some synergy with it, like the Razorfin Raptors and stuff. But we'll just see how it goes. I feel like with this deck, I've already got my 4 big minions. And sure, Lay on Hands is an expensive card, but it's not a minion. If I'm using it, it'd be in the late game to heal back up and stop myself from burning out. So we'll try it, see how much I regret it, if I regret it at all. Alright, it's an easy call here. The Blue Ghoul Warrior is a good sight because it'll kill Flame Imps. I end up, however, getting a really great draw. I don't even need to coin it out anymore or wait for turn 2 to play it. We can drop a Zombie Chow to get rid of any pesky Flame Imps that come up. Zombie Chow versus Flame Imp, of course, is a bit sad because the Flame Imp, you know, deals 3 damage, while the Zombie Chow heals. So it's kind of like we both played a 2-mana creature for 1 mana and they traded with each other is essentially what that does. But he doesn't have anything, so apart from bold words, and the Zombie Chow comes down. Obviously, Zombie Chow is a bit worse on average against Warlocks than against other classes because if Warlocks life tap, the Zombie Chow cancels out a couple of those. But that's okay. I do have an Avenge in here, so if he doesn't give me any pressure, I will play Mad Scientist to get that Avenge out for free. Like if he life taps here, rather than playing Blue Ghoul Warrior hitting him in the face, I'll play the Mad Scientist. I got a bit of extra health, so I'm guarded against Mortal Coil, and I get the secret out. And I get to save my surprise charger here for later. 2 True Silvers, 1 Consecration, never saw Hammer, never saw Blessing of Kings.
So many possibilities.
Alright, he is life tapping. He thought a lot. He was hovering over the Zombie Chow. It's almost like he hasn't ever seen that card before. Is what that looked like to me. Okay. Let's see what he's got here. Maybe he's going for a Mountain Giant, and he wasn't actually confused about Zombie Chow. Alright, there's the Cobra. So the Cobra makes me very unhappy because it will kill both of my minions. And if I were to coin into Ascension as I planned, it will kill that too. Well, I could coin into Spellbreaker, but it still kills both my minions. Balls. Is there a good way to do this? There isn't. So what I'm going to do is just keep it simple. I'll get my secret. Play Blue Ghoul Warrior. Run this in. Hit him in the face. Now, I'm not unaware of the fact that if I kept the Blue Ghoul Warrior out, I could have guaranteed that Avenge would trigger, but I don't want to signal my Avenge that hard.
Why do you call?
Alright, he plays a Void Walker on turn 4, which isn't the most impressive thing, nor is a Fairy Dragon.
Bring out your dead.
I just plays a bunch of crap. So it seems like he's an aggro deck that just didn't hit his draw. Is what this is seeming like to me. So we'll just play Senjin. That pretty much holds the fort completely. I'll run that in, just in case. See if he has any Death Rattle to give that Undertaker some more oomph. And now when something dies, the other thing gets avenged, which could be really bad. If this thing gets avenged, it would only have 4 health. And then a Soulfire or a Shadow Bolt would just kill it. So it would be pretty much a waste of avenge, just completely a waste. But then again, it was the Mad Scientist that got wasted. However, the Mad Scientist plus the Blue Ghoul Warrior together took down a Cobra, so I went a card down. This secret is sort of my compensation for that. But the moral of the story is he's going to play a Fen Creeper, and then I'm going to coin into a Black Knight and kill it and win the game. That's the moral of the story. Okay, he runs in. He's going to Mortal Coil, I guess. Oh, wow, no. Senjin just straight up killed 3 of his creatures. That's awesome. Does he have a Shadow Bolt? King Mukla, does he have a Shadow Bolt or Soulfire? Oh, my God. That is just about the worst thing that could have possibly happened to him. He gave the monkey taunt so I could kill it with Black Knight, and I've got these 2 bananas, and I kill his creature. Oh boy, I've had some really like blockbuster wins lately, just absolutely emasculating my opponents, or eviscerating them if we want to be politically correct. So now he's got 5 cards. I have 6 real cards, 2 of which are on the table, both have pretty high values, and I also have 2 bananas. He just continues to play crap. So man, he life tapped on turn 2, didn't he? He, I guess, just really failed his draw. Sneeze! Oh man, I sneezed. As if you couldn't hear that. Okay, so Blood Knight doesn't really do anything for me. But I think you might as well just use bananas here. Actually, hold on. I could silence the zombie chow to get rid of the death rattle. Do I care about that? What is this? 5, 9, 10, 11. No, let's just keep it simple. Keep it simple here. So we're gonna banana that, kill that, kill that, play this, and we're ready for a huge Stormwind champion next turn. Unless, of course, he clears my board with Hellfire. If he clears the board with Hellfire, he'll actually be pretty much caught up. He'll be way down on health and still down on cards a little bit, but life tapping can get him out of it. Okay, he's fishing for that Hellfire, maybe? Does he find it? He does not. He finds Open Eyes, but that will not save him here. Okay, so Stormwind Champion's pretty good here. I'll use the... Wait, can I win? 2, 4, 7 plus 12 is 19. No, I can't win, so we'll be safe. And now I'm ready to kill with True Silver Champion and all these minions. Pretty good first game for my Paladin deck. I kind of like it. I think it could have used some Hammers of Wrath. And it's possible I misdrafted with Lay on Hands, as well as not taking Echoing Ooze. What did I take? Oh yeah, I took the Blood Knight over Echoing Ooze. Possible that I misplayed some of those drafts. But I like it. Better than the Druid deck anyway. Which guarantees I'm gonna like win 2 games and lose. Anytime I like a deck, it's terrible. Anytime I don't like a deck, it does well. Demon Fires is just too little, too late. So he finally kills my turn 1 zombie chow. Really puts up a heroic effort here, but this is just wow. He had a really aggressive deck,
Well played.
and it just wasn't good enough.
I'm invincible. For the Alliance.
Okay, would have been a bit bad manner to attack him with that. I just didn't realize I didn't need it. Alright, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and or subscribe. And I'll see you again soon with the rest of this run. And if it fails horribly, the beginning of a new one. Goodbye, everyone.